This isn't just clearing brush. This is a geological survey for an ambitious engineering project. She's assessing the stability of this rock face, searching for weaknesses that could compromise her entire structure. Her plan is to build a permanent dwelling integrated directly into the cliffside itself. Every handhold is a test of the rock's integrity. A loose section could be catastrophic. With only handmade tools and raw intellect, she will challenge the limits of primitive construction. The initial survey of the site continues, mapping out resources and potential hazards. Her movements are efficient and calculated, conserving energy for the immense task ahead. The location is chosen. Now she begins sourcing raw materials directly from the site. This isn't just exploration, it's a methodical search for the right kind of rock and timber. She gathers dry wood. This will serve not only as fuel, but potentially as material for creating charcoal for a forge. A fire is established within a rock alcove, creating a makeshift forge to harden or shape tools. Now, the quarrying phase begins. She uses a hammer and chisel to fracture the rock along its natural cleavage planes. This is incredibly labor-intensive work, requiring immense stamina and an understanding of geology to be effective. Her effort yields a supply of rough-hewn stone, the primary building block for her foundation. The process is slow but steady, a testament to her perseverance. She sifts through the quarried rock, selecting pieces with the right shape and size for construction. Each piece is assessed for its structural potential. Nothing is wasted. A moment of rest, allowing her muscles to recover before the next phase of construction. Her tools are simple but effective, a collection of hardened steel and human ingenuity. The site is prepared. The raw materials are ready. The real engineering is about to begin. Inside the natural cave, a solemn mood sets in. This will be her sanctuary and fortress. She inspects the cave walls, identifying stable points to anchor her new structure. Using a hammer, she sounds the rock, listening for hollow spots or fractures that indicate instability. She carefully removes a loose section of rock, preparing a solid surface for her construction. The site preparation extends to the stream bed, clearing the approach to her new home. She continues to quarry more stone, needing a significant volume for her plans. She creates a binder material, likely a mix of local clay and sand, to serve as mortar. She begins to build up the cave wall, using her clay mortar to fill gaps and create a smooth, sealed surface. Now, she harvests bamboo, a material chosen for its phenomenal strength-to-weight ratio. The bamboo is processed and lashed together to create a structural frame, likely for a door or window. Transporting the materials to the build site is a significant logistical challenge in this terrain. She uses a handsaw to cut the bamboo to precise lengths, ensuring tight fits for her framework. The first piece of the bamboo frame is fitted into a prepared recess in the rock wall. The framework is assembled using clever lashing techniques, creating a rigid structure without nails or screws. The structure expands, a delicate but strong skeleton of bamboo taking shape within the stone enclosure. A look of satisfaction. The engineering is sound, and the vision is becoming reality. The completed framework is a masterpiece of primitive architecture, both beautiful and functional. She inspects her work, a proud creator surveying her accomplishment. The shelter provides a profound sense of security and peace in the vast wilderness. The project is complete, a perfect fusion of natural materials and human ingenuity. With the shelter established, the focus shifts to creating tools for sustenance. She excavates around a fallen log, searching for grubs or other resources hidden beneath. Back in her shelter, she prepares for the night, gathering her fire-starting kit. A fire is started in the clay hearth she built, a critical technology for warmth, cooking, and protection. The fire is carefully managed, adding fuel incrementally to maintain a steady, efficient burn. Hygiene is crucial for long-term health. The stream provides a vital resource for staying clean. She sharpens her blade on a river stone, A sharp tool is a safe tool and an efficient one. She forages for edible fungi, demonstrating a deep knowledge of the local botany. She begins fabricating a new tool, harvesting bamboo with a handsaw for greater precision. The bamboo is processed into thin, flexible strips, perfect for weaving. The strips are carefully prepared, removing the rough outer layer to improve flexibility. She begins weaving a fish trap, a complex structure designed to allow fish in, but not out. The conical shape of the trap is an ancient and highly effective design used by cultures worldwide. Her hands move with practiced skill, each weave adding to the trap's structural integrity. The final trap is a lightweight, durable, and incredibly effective piece of survival technology. The completed basket trap is inspected for flaws before deployment. It is perfect. She holds up her creation, a tool that will provide a sustainable source of protein. Confident in her work, she prepares to deploy the trap in a promising section of the stream. She heads into the forest, woven trap in hand, a hunter-gatherer equipped for success. The deep woods offer both resources and challenges, and she is prepared for both. She continues weaving a conical fish trap, demonstrating remarkable dexterity with bamboo strips. The finished trap is a perfect example of functional design using natural materials. The project now shifts to heavy construction, requiring larger timber. She fells a small tree, applying leverage to bring it down safely and efficiently. The raw log must be delimbed and processed into usable lumber. She uses a hatchet to shape the log, her strikes precise and powerful. With a two-handed saw, she bucks the log into manageable sections. This is exhausting work. The processed logs are ready for the next phase of construction. She returns to the cave shelter, a base of operations for her expanding projects. She begins installing timber framing inside the cave, perhaps for a raised bed or shelving. She splits a log, a technique requiring great skill to achieve a clean, straight cut. The split logs provide flat surfaces, ideal for flooring or wall construction. The clean cut reveals the quality of her technique and the sharpness of her tools. She now carves a mortise joint, a sophisticated woodworking technique for creating strong, interlocking connections. The mortised beam is fitted into the structure, locking the frame together without fasteners. She planes the wood smooth, a finishing touch that speaks to her high standards of craftsmanship. More joinery work, each cut precise and purposeful. The interior structure is assembled piece by piece, a puzzle of interlocking wood. The finished interior framework showcases an advanced level of carpentry skill. The project is a testament to her ability to transform a raw, natural space into a functional and ordered home. She begins another project, hand-carving a wooden component with a small knife. She uses a chisel to refine the shape, demonstrating precision woodworking skills. The component is for a new, larger structure, a log cabin built into the rock face. She uses a drop knife to debark and smooth the logs, preparing them for construction. Construction begins. The first logs are laid, forming the foundation of the cabin walls. She carefully fits the logs together, aiming for tight joints to minimize drafts. She uses a hammer and chisel to cut saddle notches into the logs. This traditional joinery technique creates strong, stable, interlocking corners for the log structure. The walls rise layer by layer, a slow but rewarding process of assembling the massive timbers. The ridgepole, the main structural beam of the roof, is lifted into place. The scene transitions, showing the natural flow of the nearby stream. The log cabin's walls are complete, a formidable and impressive structure. The roof structure is added, with rafters resting on the ridgepole and the log walls. The entire framework is built with incredible precision, ensuring a strong and durable shelter. She carves a small wooden peg, which will be used to pin a joint together. With the main log structure complete, she continues to add finishing details to the roof. The finished cabin is a masterpiece, seamlessly integrated into the rock face. The final roof beams are hammered into place, completing the structural skeleton. The roof is now ready for its final covering, which will make it weatherproof. A small, precise hole is carved, likely for ventilation or to accommodate a stovepipe. The completed log cabin, nestled into the cliffside, is a fortress of solitude and ingenuity. She prepares the raw logs that will become the deck of a bridge. She lays the deck logs across the support beams, creating the main walking surface of the bridge. She installs a simple but effective wooden door on the cabin, using timber she processed herself. The door is hung and checked for a smooth, even swing. A look of pride and accomplishment, the cabin and bridge project is nearly complete. Now, she applies a waterproofing layer of clay and sod to the cabin's roof. She begins another project, excavating what appears to be a cold cellar or root cellar. The excavation is deep, aiming to reach the cooler, stable temperatures below ground. The sod she removed is carefully placed on the cabin roof, creating a living, insulating layer. The finished cabin with its green roof blends beautifully into the surrounding forest. The shelter is a perfect example of sustainable, low-impact architecture. Inside the cozy cabin, she begins crafting household items, starting with a wooden bowl. Her focus is absolute as she hollows out the bowl with a hammer and chisel. Using a stone mortar and pestle, she grinds grains or nuts into flour. The cabin is now a home, a base for not just surviving, but thriving. With her projects complete, she prepares to move on, shouldering her pack. A final look back at the incredible homestead she built with her own two hands. She ventures back into the wilderness, confident and equipped with new skills and a safe home base. Her journey continues, a constant cycle of building, foraging, and exploring. Her companion begins processing a large log, demonstrating the teamwork involved in this endeavor. She transports a heavy log across the stream, a testament to her strength and determination. The cabin provides a secure and comfortable base from which to operate. She processes smaller logs, likely for the bridge decking or railings. Using a hatchet, she shapes the logs with precision, creating notches for joinery. The bridge construction is methodical, with each component carefully prepared and fitted. The main support beams of the bridge are laid across the stream. Transporting these heavy timbers across the water is a significant engineering challenge. She uses a knife for fine-tuning the joints, ensuring a perfect, snug fit. The deck logs are carefully placed, creating the main span of the bridge. She tests the structure's stability, ensuring it can safely bear weight. The bridge continues to take shape, a vital piece of infrastructure connecting both sides of the stream. She uses a mallet to securely drive the pegs into the joints, locking the structure together. The bridge is complete, a robust and functional structure that will make life here much easier. A smile of satisfaction. This bridge represents a major victory over the challenges of the environment. She makes final adjustments, driven by a commitment to quality craftsmanship. She She confidently walks across her creation. The engineering is sound. The bridge stands as a symbol of her ability to reshape the landscape to meet her needs. The project is a complete success. She tests the stability of the newly built bridge, applying her weight to check for any deflection. The bridge connects her main shelter to the rest of the forest, a critical piece of infrastructure. The design is simple, but robust, using locally sourced logs for the entire structure. She uses a lever to shift a heavy foundation post, demonstrating a practical understanding of mechanical advantage. She begins constructing the railings, a vital safety feature for the bridge. The foundation of the bridge is secured deep into the stream bank to prevent erosion. She carves a mortise into a railing post, preparing it for an interlocking joint. She drives a support pile into the stream bed to create an intermediate pier for the bridge. The entire structure is assembled with traditional woodworking techniques, showcasing immense skill. The railing posts and handrail are carefully fitted together, completing the bridge's construction. The finished bridge is a triumph, demonstrating her mastery over her environment. She confidently tests the completed bridge, a proud engineer admiring her handiwork. Now, she begins a new project, crafting furniture from bamboo. She assembles a simple, lightweight, yet strong table frame using bamboo lashing techniques. The bamboo is cut and fitted with precision to create a functional and level surface. The tabletop is made from smaller bamboo slats laid across the frame. The completed table is moved to the bridge, creating an outdoor living space. Next, she constructs chairs using the same bamboo construction principles. The project continues to evolve, adding layers of comfort and utility to her homestead. She lays the final decking boards on the bridge, completing the walkway. The finished bridge and cabin complex is a stunning example of sustainable, off-grid living. She enjoys her new domain, a world she built herself. She begins excavating for a new, larger, subterranean structure. This ambitious project will require moving a massive amount of earth by hand. The depth of the excavation suggests a project designed for significant thermal insulation and protection. The surrounding forest, shrouded in mist, adds an element of mystery to her work. She harvests timber, the primary structural material for her new shelter. The logs are processed with a handsaw, a physically demanding but precise method. She carefully levels the earth at the bottom of the pit, preparing the foundation. She transports the heavy logs to the construction site, a feat of incredible strength. The first structural members of the new shelter are put in place. The walls are constructed, forming a robust frame for the subterranean dwelling. She begins constructing the walls of a frame-style shelter. She gathers stones to build a solid, level foundation for the structure. She drives sharpened wooden stakes into the ground to create a retaining wall. This woven retaining wall, known as wattle, is an ancient and effective construction technique. The wattle wall is lashed together with natural cordage, creating a strong, unified structure. The project showcases a wide array of primitive building skills. She begins backfiling the retaining wall with earth and stone, adding mass and stability. A stone hearth is built, providing a safe and efficient place for a fire. The stones are carefully mortared together with clay, forming a solid, fireproof base. She works from inside the partially built structure, a testament to her dedication. The roof beams are lifted into place, a physically demanding task for two people. The teamwork allows them to handle larger, heavier timbers, resulting in a more robust structure. She continues to build up the roof frame, creating a steep pitch to shed rain and snow. She prepares thin bamboo strips, likely to weave into panels for the roof covering. The woven bamboo panels are lightweight, strong, and weather-resistant. The woven panel is installed on the roof, forming the primary layer of the covering. The roof frame is secured with strong lashings, a technique that allows for flexibility while maintaining strength. The completed shelter is a triumph of collaborative engineering and primitive construction skills. She begins the finished work, installing the wooden frame for a door. Her companion harvests fresh bamboo, a constantly renewable resource for their projects. A thick layer of daub is applied to the roof, providing waterproofing and insulation. She begins carving the components for a small hearth or stove inside the shelter. The fire is lit, bringing warmth and life to the newly completed home. She prepares the floor, leveling the earth to create a comfortable living surface. An elevated sleeping platform is constructed from bamboo, keeping them off the cold, damp ground. The shelter, with smoke rising from its chimney, is now a fully functional home. The exterior walls are completed, fully enclosing the space. The final layer of the earthen roof is smoothed into place, completing the weatherproof envelope. The door frame is fitted, one of the final steps in the construction process. A stone perimeter is built around the shelter to aid in drainage and prevent erosion. The finished home is a testament to what can be achieved with knowledge, hard work, and the resources of the natural world. A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel Norusaru Bushcraft for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.